Good evening and welcome back to the Illiterate Greek. Today I want to look at Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap if we do not give in. So I want to look at that word weary. In the concordance, it's G1573. It's the word ekakeo. It means to be utterly spiritless, to be worried out, exhausted, to fail in heart. It can sometimes describe a mode of thinking, feeling, or acting. In other words, Eeyore, the eternal pessimist. Oh, well, if you insist. It's kind of like that the eternal argument is the glass half empty or half full. But in Psalms 23 it says, "You prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. All the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." So that's something to feel good about. We can sometimes so easily be dragged down by the cares of life. There's so many things going on. It's kind of the old saying, a couple of old sayings, one step forward, two steps back. The harder I try, the further behind I get. There's so many things. How many plans do we make that don't turn out well at all? But in John 13, Jesus says, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe in me also. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I wouldn't have told you. And I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, you may also be." We think of the burdens that we sometimes try to carry ourselves, but they can seem so heavy because there's just so many things going on. And then we look at Jesus, and my goodness, he had all the sins of the world weighing on him. And yet in Matthew 11, he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." We may want to think that he has a heavy burden because there are so many things to carry, but the only yoke that Jesus really carried was the yoke to do the Father's will. So in 1 Peter it says, "Casting all of your cares, all of your anxieties, all of your worries, and all of your concerns, cast them all once and for all on him, for he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you very carefully." So we're into a new year, and it's cold out, and the cold is weighing down on us, but be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. Cast all of your cares on him, and he will take them up for you. Lord bless you all, and we'll talk to you next week.